Okay, you want to bring your popcorn for this one. Buckle up, guys. This is going to be epic. Well, what if I told you that in just 15 days, your cat swiping addiction could turn into cold, hard cash? That's right. Catizen is about to make its grand entrance on the big stage, and you don't want to miss this rocket to the moon. All right, let's cut to the chase. Catizen, that addictive little Telegram game we've all been obsessing over, is about to hit the exchanges. And I'm not talking about some small-time, no-name exchange. We're talking Bybit, people. September 20th, 2024. Mark that date in your calendar, set an alarm, tattoo it on your forehead if you have to, because that's when Catizen is going live on Bybit's spot trading platform. Now I know what you're thinking. But wait, I've been swiping cats for months. What does this mean for me? Well, my feline-loving friends, it means you're potentially sitting on a goldmine. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of what this listing could mean for your wallet, let's break down what's happening and why it's such a big deal. First off, let's talk about why Bybit matters. For those of you who've been living under a rock, Bybit is one of the biggest crypto exchanges out there. We're talking major league, big boy pants stuff here. Getting listed on Bybit isn't just a win for Catizen. It's like hitting a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth with bases loaded. It's huge. But here's where it gets really interesting. The Catizen team isn't just stopping at Bybit. There are whispers, my friends. Whispers that Catizen might be eyeing a spot on the holy grail of crypto exchanges, Binance. Now, I'm not one to spread rumors, but let's just say that if Catizen lands on Binance's Launchpool, we're not just going to the moon. We're talking intergalactic travel here. Now let's talk numbers, because I know that's what you're all here for. What's Catizen going to be worth when it hits the exchanges? Well, if I had a crystal ball, I'd be sipping margaritas on my private island right now. But what we can do is make some educated guesses based on the info we have. First up, let's talk supply. The word on the street is that Catizen is looking at a total supply of 1 billion tokens. Now that might sound like a lot, but in the crypto world, it's actually pretty conservative. And here's where it gets juicy. 43% of that supply is earmarked for the community. That's right. Nearly half of all Catizen tokens are going to the people who've been grinding away, swiping cats like their lives depended on it. But wait, there's more. The Catizen team isn't playing around when it comes to tokenomics. They're allocating 20% to the treasury, another 20% to the team. Gotta keep those developers caffeinated, am I right? 8% for seed investors, 2% for advisors, and 3% for strategic partners. This kind of transparent, well-thought-out distribution is music to a crypto investor's ears. Now let's talk pre-market rates. If you've been keeping an eye on the exchanges, and I know you have, you savvy investors, you might have noticed that Catizen is already turning heads. We're seeing pre-market rates hovering around 0.4 USDT. But here's the kicker. That's just the pre-market rate. When Catizen goes live on Bybit, all bets are off. So what could we be looking at in terms of price when Catizen hits the open market? Well, put on your speculation hats, because we're about to do some crystal ball gazing. If we assume a total supply of 1 billion tokens, which seems likely based on the info we have, and if Catizen hits a market cap of 2 billion, which, given the hype and the potential Binance listing, isn't out of the question, we could be looking at a launch price of over $2 per token. Let that sink in for a moment. If you've been diligently swiping cats and accumulating tokens, you could be sitting on a small fortune. But remember, this is crypto we're talking about. Things can change faster than a cat chasing a laser pointer. So while it's exciting to dream about Lambos and private islands, always remember to invest responsibly. Now let's talk strategy. With the listing just around the corner, what should you be focusing on? The Catizen team has been pretty clear about this. It's all about increasing your speed. And how do you do that? By leveling up your cat, of course. The higher your cat level, the faster your earnings. So if you've been slacking on your cat swiping duties, now's the time to kick it into high gear. But what if you're new to Catizen? Is it too late to join the party? Absolutely not. While the early birds might have a head start, there's still plenty of time to get in on the action. And with the potential for such a high-profile listing, even getting in now could mean significant returns down the line. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking, this all sounds great, but what about the long-term prospects? Great question, and it's one that sets the serious investors apart from the get-rich-quick crowd. Well, let me tell you, the Catizen team isn't just focused on the short-term pump. They're playing the long game. First off, let's talk about the game itself. Catizen isn't just some flash-in-the-pan flavor-of-the-month game. It's addictive, it's fun, and most importantly, it's got staying power. The simple mechanics of swiping matching cards might seem basic, but it's that simplicity that makes it so engaging. And with the added incentive of earning real crypto while you play, Catizen has found that sweet spot between casual gaming and crypto earning. But the Catizen team isn't resting on their laurels. They're constantly working on updates, improvements, and new features to keep the game fresh and exciting. And with the influx of new players that's sure to come with the exchange listings, you can bet they'll be working overtime to keep everyone engaged. Let's also talk about the community aspect. Catizen has managed to build a vibrant, active community of players and investors. This isn't just some faceless crypto project. It's a living, breathing ecosystem of cat-loving crypto enthusiasts. And in the world of crypto, a strong community can make all the difference between a flash-in-the-pan token and a long-term success story. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Or should I say, the cat in the room. Some skeptics out there might be saying, but it's just a cat game. How can it have any real value? Well, my friends, let me remind you of a little phenomenon called CryptoKitties. Back in 2017, this seemingly simple game of breeding and collecting digital cats nearly brought the Ethereum network to its knees. It showed the world that blockchain gaming was not only viable, but potentially hugely profitable. Catizen is taking that concept and running with it. But instead of just collecting digital cats, you're actively playing, engaging, and earning. It's the next evolution of blockchain gaming, and Catizen is at the forefront. But here's where Catizen really sets itself apart. It's not just a game. It's a potential gateway into the wider world of crypto for millions of people. Think about it. How many people out there are curious about crypto, but find it too intimidating or complicated? Catizen offers an easy, fun way for these people to dip their toes into the crypto waters. And once they're in, who knows where it could lead? This is why the potential Binance listing is such a big deal. Binance isn't just an exchange. It's a whole ecosystem. Getting listed on Binance would expose Catizen to millions of potential new players and investors. And if it lands a spot in the Binance Launchpool, well, that's when things could get really interesting. For those not in the know, Binance Launchpool is a platform that allows users to stake their tokens to farm new ones. If Catizen gets a spot on the Launchpool, it would mean that Binance users could stake their BNB or other tokens to earn Catizen tokens. This would create a massive influx of new users and liquidity, potentially sending the value of Catizen to the stratosphere. But let's bring things back down to earth for a moment and talk about what you should be doing right now. First and foremost, if you're already playing Catizen, keep at it. Focus on leveling up your cat and increasing your speed. The higher your level, the more tokens you'll be able to accumulate before the listing. If you're new to Catizen, don't panic. There's still time to get in on the action. Download the app, start playing, and start earning. Even if you can't reach the levels of the early adopters before the listing, remember that this is likely just the beginning for Catizen. Getting in now could still put you ahead of the curve. For those of you who are more interested in the investment side of things, start getting your ducks in a row. Make sure you have a Bybit account set up and ready to go. If you don't have one, now's the time to get on that. I'll have a link in the description for you. You don't want to be scrambling to set up an account when Catizen goes live on September 20th. Also, start thinking about your investment strategy. Are you planning to buy in as soon as Catizen hits the exchange? Or are you going to wait and see how the market reacts? There's no right or wrong answer here. It all depends on your personal investment strategy and risk tolerance. But whatever you decide, make sure you have a plan in place before the listing date. Now let's talk about some potential scenarios we might see when Catizen hits the exchanges. Best case scenario? We see a massive influx of buyers, driving the price up well beyond that $2 mark we speculated about earlier. This could lead to a snowball effect, attracting more attention and more buyers, potentially pushing Catizen into the top 40 cryptocurrencies by market cap. But let's be real. The crypto market is nothing if not unpredictable. We could also see a scenario where there's an initial pump followed by a dump as early investors take profits. This is pretty common with new listings, and it doesn't necessarily spell doom for a project. In fact, it can create a good buying opportunity for those who believe in the long-term potential of the project. Worst-case scenario, the price doesn't move much at all. But even in this case, remember that getting listed on a major exchange like Bybit is a huge milestone for any crypto project. It provides liquidity, exposure, and legitimacy. So even if we don't see immediate price action, the listing itself is a big win for Catizen. Now I know some of you out there might be getting dollar signs in your eyes, dreaming of turning your Catizen tokens into Lambos and yachts. And hey, dream big. That's what crypto is all about. But let me give you a word of caution. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. Crypto is volatile, and while the potential rewards can be huge, so can the risks. But here's the thing about Catizen. Even if the price doesn't skyrocket immediately, you're still having fun playing the game, right? And that's what sets Catizen apart from so many other crypto projects. It's not just about the potential financial gains. It's about being part of a community, enjoying a fun game, and yes, earning some crypto along the way. As we get closer to the listing date, keep your eyes peeled for more announcements from the Catizen team. They've promised more details about the total supply, vesting schedules, and conversion ratios. This information will be crucial in helping you make informed decisions about your Catizen strategy. And speaking of strategy, let's talk about some ways you can maximize your Catizen earnings in these final days before the listing. First off, if you haven't been using the autoplay bot, now might be the time to consider it. Yes, it costs some fish coins or a few dollars in real money, but it could be worth it if it helps you level up faster. Also, don't forget about the other ways to earn in Catizen. Are you participating in the daily tasks? Are you inviting friends to join? Every little bit counts, especially with the listing on the horizon. Now let's address something that I know is on a lot of people's minds. What about after the listing? What's next for Catizen? While we don't have a crystal ball, we can make some educated guesses based on what we've seen from other successful crypto gaming projects. First off, we're likely to see continued development of the game itself. New features, new game modes, maybe even some sort of breeding or evolution mechanics for our beloved cats. The key for Catizen will be to keep players engaged and coming back for more. We might also see Catizen expand beyond just the game. Could we see Catizen NFTs in the future? How about integration with other blockchain platforms? The possibilities are endless, and with a strong team and community behind it, Catizen is well positioned to capitalize on these opportunities. One thing's for sure, the Catizen team isn't likely to rest on their laurels after the Bybit listing. This is just the beginning. With the potential Binance listing on the horizon, and who knows what other exchanges after that, Catizen is poised for some serious growth. But let's zoom out for a moment and look at the bigger picture. What does the success of Catizen mean for the wider crypto gaming industry? Well, if Catizen takes off the way we hope it will, it could open the floodgates for more games like it. We could be looking at a future where playing games and earning crypto go hand in hand. And it's not just about earning crypto while you play. The success of Catizen could pave the way for more integration between gaming and blockchain technology. Imagine a world where your in-game assets are truly yours, tradable across different games and platforms, where your progress in one game could give you advantages in another. Catizen might just be the tip of the iceberg. But let's bring it back to you, the players and potential investors. As we count down the days to the Bybit listing, what should you be doing? Well, aside from playing the game and leveling up your cat, now's the time to do your research. Keep an eye on the Catizen social media channels for any new announcements. Join the Telegram group if you haven't already. It's a great place to stay up to date and connect with other Catizen enthusiasts. If you're planning to invest when Catizen hits Bybit, start planning your strategy now. How much are you willing to invest? At what price point will you buy in? At what point will you take profits? Having a solid plan in place will help you make rational decisions when the excitement of the listing day hits. And remember, while it's easy to get caught up in the hype, it's important to keep a level head. Yes, Catizen has enormous potential. Yes, we could see some serious gains when it hits the exchanges. But crypto is inherently unpredictable. Never invest more than you can afford to lose, and always do your own research before making any investment decisions. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to appreciate just how far Catizen has come. From a simple Telegram game to the verge of being listed on one of the biggest crypto exchanges in the world, it's been quite a journey. And the best part? We're all a part of it. Whether you've been here from the beginning or you're just joining now, you're part of the Catizen community. And that's something special. So, my fellow Catizen enthusiasts, are you ready for September 20th? Are you ready to see where this cat-swiping, token-earning adventure takes us next? I know I am. Because one thing's for sure. With Catizen, the future is looking very bright indeed. And who knows? Maybe a year from now we'll all be looking back on this moment, amazed at how far we've come. Maybe we'll be trading our Catizen tokens for Lambos, or maybe we'll just be enjoying an even more awesome version of the game we've come to love. Either way, it's going to be one hell of a ride. So keep swiping those cats, keep leveling up, and get ready for the next chapter in the Catizen story. Because on September 20th, 2024, Catizen isn't just going to the moon, it's going to a whole new galaxy. And I, for one, can't wait to see where it takes us. Remember, in the world of Catizen, every swipe counts, every level matters, and every token could be your ticket to crypto success. So keep playing, keep earning, and most importantly, keep believing in the power of blockchain gaming. Because with Catizen, the future isn't just bright, it's absolutely perfect. Now, if you want to be the first to know about what the hottest thing in the crypto world, then join our Telegram channel. Link will be in the description. Also, there is going to be a $700 giveaway soon. That's crazy, right? Now, before I go, here is a huge shout out to all of my Epic channel members. X Muhammad Al-Bada, Moyi Kaura, Enochson, 001, Imarinovi Tube, Okemdi Chimamez, Behind Wheels, James Peter Edit, Engir Chukwunonso Kioma, Osundeko Seisan, Yahaya Haruna Idris, Adi Queen, Jacob Malo, Ekene Okwosa, Sir Faithy, Michaela, Akinwele Johnson, Godin Walbe, Damian Dickman, Nick, Angel Phoenix, Ogechi Destiny, Equim Kingsley, Bipolaroid, Alexithymia, Doten Ayeni, Tochukwu Lawrence, Chika Egbo, Benedict Emeka, Ifedigbo Chukwibuka Nduka, Obianuju Purity, Lorena Canarezio, Muhammad Labaran, Jazzy B021, Raymond Sunday, Ihamadu Christopher, Dr. Parasites, Cleveths and Wealth, Rutha Kanem, Raida Musa, Easy Blaze, Nicholas Mahler, Sir Wills, Miss Baudine Raji, Kuris M, Jasper Ibrahim, Joycey, Chiadozi, Misirionye, Isa Tahir, Saware Ional, Petri Paikanen, Shalk, Bello Muhammad Jalo, Prince Orji C. Okori, Samsonite Amos, Ika Chukwu, Jonas Okafor, Omale Oshonugwa, Johnson Jeed. Thank you guys for supporting me. You are amazing.